The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I am one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is
F.U.Hunter. What's up, bitches?
Yeah, what's up, you weird doll playing with fucking adult needing fucking... What the fuck, dude?
Everybody needs a good guy, right?
Who can justify an adult with a doll like that he had trauma with as a kid? Like that just automatically puts you on a different level.
Yeah,
it really does.
That's the way it works.
It really does. Yeah.
I mean, I wish we had an expert for this. Oh wait,
we do. We do.
And our guest this week, you know, have a proud moment here. It's
don't cry. It's okay.
That's all right. It's
okay.
It's a little fuck. Little fuck. My son Parker.
What's up?
He only says little fuck because he's basically like him and actually goes harder than F.U.Hunter does, and he just wishes he had done the same.
This episode, yeah. I mean, I've watched all the movies, but I gotta say, man, Parker, you've watched Chucky movies a
all
bunch.
These movies in the past week and a half.
But I'm saying before that, for years and years, like I remember a couple weeks ago rewatching part 2, and I can't remember what the newspaper delivery guy says, but literally
Crazy bitch.
Yeah, literally watching Parker goes crazy bitch, and then the dude says it. I was like, wow, you're at that level. Because that's a throwaway line, but he was ready for that shit.
Scene. It's easily my favorite scene.
No, I don't just gets angry because old Parker throws it to him. And some bone breaking scenes and some stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't tell you about that." You're like, "No, you didn't tell me about that."
Yeah, you can be an asshole with that.
For those who don't listen, Hunter's a bitch when it comes to broken bones through skin and all that stuff.
Whatever, man. I know you got some eye things. So.
I do, but I don't like. I mean, I still watch it.
I still watch the movies. I just, make a weird
your
sound.
Head.
I make a little sound. That's all.
I have seen you turn your head, sir. Okay.
So, what about the eyeball kill and Curse of Chucky then?
That one, I mean, I appreciated it. It definitely made me cringe a little bit. Yeah, I watched it.
See that? Right. That's what he's trying to fuck with you now. He's like, oh, you have to think about eyeballs, so let me.
I already know you, so I don't know if he's got a chance. You're gonna have to like take some roids to get to me.
Okay.
But yeah,
he's like, okay, well, we got this.
But the Chucky series has had its highs, and we'll get into some of the lows.
It's 8 movies long. I counted.
Yeah, it is 8 movies.
It's ridiculous.
But the lows are like probably some of the lowest of. No, Leprechauns goes lower. I was gonna say it's low.
I don't.
They reach a little bit more.
Hellraiser goes pretty low too.
The thing that blew my mind is, like, obviously I tried to rewatch some of these I hadn't seen in a while, and I forgot how quickly they came up with part 2 and part 3. Like literally,
bam, 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 bam,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, Child's Play OG 88, and then it's part
89.
2. Yeah,
was it 90?
90, and then
91.
91.
Yeah.
So like literally, they're like, all right, well, people like this shit, so let's just do it. Like, and you don't get that now. You don't really have like a year, and like it goes back to the Friday the 13th movies and stuff like that.
But they were year after year, but they were good.
Part 5's calling.
No, Part 5 was longer than a year.
Okay.
The first 4 were year after year, and I will consider the first 4 Fridays all good.
Yeah, I'll give you
They're all
that.
different levels of good, but they're all consistently good.
Yeah.
Chucky's.
It's good up to Child's Play 3, and then 3 just kind of drops off heavy.
And I had a really strong opinion about 3 when I was younger. That, I mean, all right, I got to say that out of the first 3, my favorite's still the first one.
Easily.
But 2 after this rewatch did surpass 3 for me. And I was a steady 3 because I always focused on the fact that he was so fucking douchey that he switched the bullets out for live rounds. I'm like, dude, because you laugh. That exactly. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
that's so good. But that is it for the movie. And the death scene when he, like, as he's in the funhouse and he like gets half his face cut off. Like, if I were to get a Chucky tattoo, I would get that, not the bride tattoo where he's stitched up. I would get him with half a fucking mechanical face. That shit's rad.
Yeah.
So there were parts of 3 that were really, really good, But as a whole, for a sequel, I think 2 is better. Because the ending of 2, like, I forgot how fucking tortured he got through the entire ending scene.
He gets fucked up.
Dude, it's
3
like
different times.
so bad.
I forgot how much I hadn't seen 2 in fucking years.
Yeah,
and when I watched it with Parker, and I was like, this is better than I remember it. And like, I was like, all right, because I've talked shit about part 2. I honestly, I think it's just some of the parts with the foster parents that I thought was fucking stupid. But man, that last 30 minutes in the factory is really probably some of the best stuff.
I mean, some of the best stuff. At least when I say, I mean some of the best stuff through the franchise. Like, how they film that, like just the giant walls of good guy dolls that they have, the maze they have to go through. Like every aspect built, because it does. It was shot to build up, right? Everything from when they enter the warehouse builds upon itself till you get the final climax where he just gets covered in fucking wax and then his head explodes.
Yeah.
You know? But him getting basically body parts shoved in him.
I know.
That was fucking terrible. Holy shit.
Can you just imagine that?
No,
in life
I
being
know,
now I've got 5 arms and 8 legs and
he comes out screaming like ah.
And that's one of the things that's really effective is that he's staying in that body for real. So when he gets that arm caught and it pulls, that looks fucking painful as shit.
I hate that scene.
The practical effects in that movie were, I mean, so let's say the practical effects in pretty much all the Chucky movies are really well done. The animatronics that goes behind that from the get-go are fucking amazing. You look at the first Chucky, and when he first lets loose, because I've said this in the Killer of Filler, when you don't see Chucky through a lot of the movie until the very end when he shows himself to the mom. When he lets loose, though, that is some horrific shit.
Oh, I remember the first time watching that when, she's got him over the fireplace and she's like, say something.
He's like, get the fuck off
and
me, you bitch.
His head turns around, it's like, you stupid bitch. That moment, that animatronics are fucking hardcore. It's not like, I want to kill you. It's like his face just turns into fucking...
Completely changes.
Yeah.
Rage, just complete rage face, right? And that's all through eyebrow and mouth control, which is all small little motors, controlled by a dude with a fucking remote. And it's amazing when you think about what went into making that character.
So, should we just go movie to movie?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
So let's just start with OG, Child's Play. Again, it kind of sets up, in my opinion, kind of almost the first half's almost not even a horror movie or slasher, but more of a crime thriller. Just
I agree with that. Except for the whole voodoo thing.
With the voodoo thing, but I'm saying the mystery of what happens to the babysitter. It's very kind of slow paced. You have the detective trying to figure out what's going on, and they don't show you.
If he means Chris Sarandon.
That's right. Oh. The voice of Jack Skellington and
Princess Bride and Fright Night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Humperdinck.
All right. Yeah, I kind of like the voodoo aspect in it because he actually knew what he was talking about, unlike Bride of Chucky and everything after that, where it's all voodoo for dummies and everything.
Literally, yeah.
It's literally called Voodoo for Dummies.
We got the title. Yeah, damn, this is your first episode, and you're already coming up with titles. That's because you're right. Because not only does he do the voodoo at the beginning when he gets shot, he also goes back to his actual voodoo priest and kills him through voodoo.
Yes, I faintly remember that scene and don't want to keep thinking about it.
The breaking crack.
God damn, both of y'all.
He's literally a pool on the floor, kind of.
Yeah, I have notes here on each of the movies, and I just have voodoo doll scene, bones, and ouch, no. Because I remember he's going to prove his point. I'm like, okay, we get it. He's like, no, you don't. Let's keep breaking some bones.
But Parker's right. They really do emphasize the real mythology of the voodoo religion.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You go to Louisiana, you go to the bayou, you're probably gonna find some dark shit you don't want to know about. Just saying. I believe in that. I believe there's some dark shit down there
you also
don't want to know about.
Interesting point that until you see him actually talk, that you could make it into a different movie.
Oh, totally.
Where this kid is going crazy, is losing his mind, and is doing all this fucked up shit. I mean, oh no, the doll told me to do it. So you also have that aspect.
And we've had that. We've had those movies too.
Yeah.
Where the kid's you just see the doll next to his ear and whispering, and the kid is something fucked up. It's like, oh, the doll. No, you were just a fucked up kid.
After the babysitter dies, and it's the mom's friend. and pretty much like, and Andy's like, yeah, Chucky didn't like her. He called her a stupid bitch. and you're like, God, I hope Chucky is actually real, because if not, that kid is ballsy to tell, right after his mom's friend has been murdered. Yeah, she was kind of a bitch anyway, Mom. Like, God, I hope that's the doll talking.
I really am pissed because I started Chucky in the middle. I started, I believe, Child's Play 2. So I didn't come into that without knowing Chucky was alive.
Right.
Like, I immediately knew from the get-go that Chucky was the living
if
doll.
you don't start with the first one.
They start hard with 2, like, like how they remake them and repackage them.
And it's still a slow burn because, like, she lifts up this mom's trying to figure out, is my kid fucking losing his mind? She takes him to, therapy and shit like that. But it's that moment, there's a couple, like, really key moments, and one of them is where she lifts the box and the fucking batteries fall out.
Yeah. Well, another one is when he leaves when they leave the doctor's office in the first one, and you see the legs wiggle out of the window.
Yeah.
You don't see the body. You never see Chucky. Like when he fries the therapist or whatever, you just see like the feet wiggle out of the window.
Yeah.
So there's all these little small things, but in 2, it kind of goes that route, but it gets way more aggressive a lot sooner. Where he's like actually at the school, like killing the fucking
the
teacher.
One fucking teacher with a fucking yardstick of all things.
I was gonna say there's scenes that like did burn in my head, and even though I hadn't seen Child's Play 2 in such a long time, that scene with the yardstick had always been stuck in my head as like,
you've been very naughty, Mrs.
smacking
Cannowell.
And what's cool is that rewatching it, like you hear him slap her, he hit her, and the camera pans back to the window, and every time he hits her, it pans farther and farther back. Yeah, which is kind of a cool trick.
So that was a cool. So the biggest thing I think initially for me, when I first watched, because I'm talking when I first watched Child's Play 2, I was probably 5 years younger. 7 years younger than you when I first saw Child's Play 2. And I think even at that age, I realized how differently it was shot. And Child's Play 2 is very much shot from a low perspective of a child.
Yeah.
And with like a fishbowl lens kind of setup, and I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm just not a huge fan of that filming style. But if you look at any time during Child's Play 2, it's shot from like Annie's perspective, like something big's happening. Like after the foster dad gets killed and the cops are there and they're getting ready to ship him off, it's shot from a very low perspective. Like everything's shot from like his eye level view, and I'm just not I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Well, let's just finish up Child's Play. I'm assuming most people listen to this has to watch most of these movies, but gets tossed in the fire, gets burnt to shit.
We don't do a review of this fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have that last moment, which is awesome when the detective is like this fucking thing and smacks on the head, and then the arm comes out of the vent, which is kind of fucking cool. This mustache looking motherfucker is getting choked by like the smallest fucking arm ever, and I'm like, really, dude? Use some upper strength, man, because Chucky doesn't have like superhuman strength, but like this detective is struggling with a burnt doll arm.
You don't know if the transfer of souls in the voodoo world.
They never really bring up.
Bring up that I guess, but like if you look at it, he's always been like stronger than you would assume like a doll would be.
Yeah.
So I think at a certain point they expect you to assume it.
So just one thing real quick. I don't know if we've mentioned it earlier, but a really cool part of Child's Play 1 is when they're talking about before he became a doll and how all his kills were voodoo related and voodoo ritualistic kills, all leading up to it. So he's always been in this shit and voodoo and all of that. It's just been his life.
That's another good point to that, though. Yeah, they
it wasn't just some last minute thing like, oh shit, I remember hearing about voodoo. Can I do this before I die? Like,
what was he? The Lakeshore Strangler? What was he before that?
Yeah, he was the Lakeshore Strangler.
Oh, that was one of his questions.
I can tell by that reaction. Mark that off a question. So,
but that's relevant. That's irrelevant.
That's what happens.
Relevant to the story, though.
Parker, it's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. Where we've seen a guest where we say something and they go, "Damn it," and then scratch out something they had as a question. So,
or we can just start making it to where that means one for each of us, and we already go ahead with 1 point. No, but So, but they do mention that all of his kills were voodoo related, and so that really, like, the first one really focused on how that was a big deal, because in my mind that none of it makes sense unless you have that background of it being like part of who he was. And then 2,
they dropped that shit real quick.
Oh, dude. They probably had like some letters mailed to him, was like, "Oh, you're the Voodoo Nation." Like, is there really a Voodoo Nation?
Well, what they made is in part 2 and sort of part 3, it's the corporation that's the bad guy, because they keep going, has it been long enough that we can start remaking this
Right,
good guy?
it was both 2 and 3. Yeah,
they're like, this good guy doll, like, we were making a lot of money before this one fucking kid,
Andy Barclay is
Yeah.
ancient history.
So,
Blah.
like, literally
He's just
part
a
2, they're
crazy
like,
kid.
let's just clean him up. We'll make a new Chucky. The kid's obviously a nut job or whatever. And then the third one, the same deal. They just keep not understanding. Like, they keep going for that dollar instead of actually realizing maybe it is one of our dolls murdering people.
I
Shit.
do like how the one dude in 3 is like, I'm strongly against this, and he's like, your position will be remembered, and it's like, well, you're dead, doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
He made this point of saying, like, your opposition will be remembered and held against you for the rest of your career here. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
So in 2, they focus on how they're actually reproducing, and they do the factory scene. They show all the Chuckies. In 3, they have that beginning scene, and then there's no mention of any more Chuckies coming out. Like, they're dead.
I feel like the budget for the third one was not as big as the second one, where they're like, let's just keep it on one set being a military school. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like, because in the second one you have, you have the school, you have the foster home, you have, obviously the toy factory,
The drives, you got, like, the liquor
you got all these other
different spots.
In most of the third one, it's all the military school and then a random ass carnival that, but
And
that's
Forrest.
yeah, and that's about it. There's not a lot going there.
And actually, that's the best part of 3. The 3, when they leave the school and go to the forest,
yeah.
that's when it really, for me, 3 picks up. Now, you did notice a cameo in 3, right?
God damn it.
The barber. He was-
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
Frank
Frank,
from
yeah.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the actor, Frank from Hellraiser.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
He's actually the father. So he's not Frank. He's the father that Frank turns into at the end.
Oh.
But the father throughout the
The
whole.
one that's scared of blood, beginning of
Yeah.
the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's like, blood, I got blood.
But I forgot Frank used him last, so he
Yeah.
looked like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but that was a cool. I mean, that was a cool little.
A little throw in there, yeah.
We'll throw in.
I mean, now the one thing that threw me off with 2 is that they're like, yeah, so the mom's crazy. We're just gonna not have her in this one at all. Like, it's Andy, you're kind of on your own on this one.
She wasn't
man.
in 3 either.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things.
She hasn't
where
been in any of them.
It's just
since
like,
1.
It's like maybe the actress asked for more money, or they're just like, nah, it just works better if you're just not in the
Having
picture.
her in might have helped some of those movies.
I know.
I'm just
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
They could have
Like-
done a Terminator, and I think that would have worked out really well. for
Could have
Chucky,
done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
That would have been fucking awesome to have the mom coming and fucking
because
shit up.
like
That's true.
Because Andy
Very true.
like literally has nobody on his side besides the chain smoking foster sister or whatever. That's the only person that like is like Team Andy. Everybody else is like, you are such a little fuck up piece of shit. Like the teachers fucking give him shit, the foster parents give him shit. Like everybody,
Like
you
the
might as well
foster
call
mom
Child's
in
Play
2.
2 semicolon. Let's shit on Andy through the entire movie because that's all anybody does.
Yeah, the
man.
foster Child's
poor
Play 2. The
kid.
foster mom was all about like, I'm packing this shit up. No, you can't. No, it was him. He killed my husband. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch.
I'm just saying,
Like,
Andy gets shit on in
Then
both the
hard.
sequels. Yeah.
hard.
I think that was one of the really cool aspects of 2 is how he's pictured as this insane kid the entire movie because no one believes him, and you just keep seeing Chucky creep up on him closer and closer until the point where he finally ties him to his bed and says, well, let's play a little game.
Yeah.
It just worked really well, and that's why 2 is to this day still my favorite.
And they play with it because they're like, he opens a closet and of course a fucking good guy doll falls out and he's freaking out and they're like, get over it, dude. Which again, fuck you foster
Trauma.
parents.
Trauma.
Yeah, like there were
Almost killed me and my mom.
5+ people murdered. And they're like, oh, you should be able to get it. But of course, I love how they incorporate that too, when Chucky actually shows up. He fucking takes out the fucking, good
The
guy doll
parents.
and then buries him. Like,
Yeah.
now I'll be there.
No,
And
but took out the parents before the other foster daughter found him. Like, so the parents were taken care of. The douche nozzles,
Yeah.
right? And the foster sister is the one who finds.
Oh yeah,
The
which I
buried-
think is kind of a bad place to put a buried, doll is
Under a
right
fucking
really
swing.
Yeah,
But then again, he did do it in the middle of the night, so he couldn't see what the fuck
exactly.
was going on.
But it's also a cool reveal because at this point, like foster dad's dead.
And she's like probably.
The foster mom's like, let's get this kid out of here. He's a fucking mess. And this foster sister's like, okay, I guess this another whacked out fucking kid that I shared a house with. and then she's swinging, and then it's the reveal, and that's when
Yeah.
everything turns into, again, where, like the first one, you don't really see Chucky doing much, and then it's full on once the reveal happens, and she goes to the trash can, and then foster mom's dead, and everything kind of shows up from there.
Yep, and we've already been through like the end. Oh no, we gotta talk about one part of the ending.
Best death. Best death.
No, hold on.
Okay.
When they shut the gate on his hand, and he
yeah.
rips it off, and then he takes the blade and just jabs it into his stump
A la
and
Ash.
duct tapes it.
Yeah.
Best
This is
scene in the
pre-Ash.
Yeah.
That was pre-Ash.
Wait.
Yeah, Chucky 2 was pre-Ash, dude.
Pre-Army of Darkness, not
Pre-Army of Darkness.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pre-Army
not
of Darkness.
pre-Evil Dead 2. So.
No, but pre-Army of Darkness. That shit was awesome though.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh god, it was, and then he's just like, when he's chasing him up with this fucking, it's so
And
good.
he keeps slamming his knife down on the
Yeah,
bar just
it's
to
so good.
intimidate him.
It's so
And then
good.
it has, again, one of the yardstick scene, and then this other kill, which I kind of forgot about, but is one of my favorite kills.
the eyeball
is
scene?
the
Going.
security guard that gets
the eyeball scene.
throat slashed, falls down, and then the doll eyes get jammed in, so he's fucking dead. But then it pulls up and just bloody with the doll eyes, and it makes you laugh every time.
amazing.
It's so funny.
Because it's like, wait, I'm the machine I'm supposed to fix just killed me.
Yeah, it's so tragic, but you're like, oh man, that's so terrible. But he's got these big ass cartoon eyes, so you gotta laugh too. I mean, you're like, oh man, like I hope they took those out when he had if he had an open casket funeral, they took him out because I could see everybody like that. That was my uncle, and we had a lot of good times together. And you walk and be like, "Oh shit, man! He's got doll eyes. Somebody should take that shit out." Like I hope somebody removed them, or he had a closed casket or something, because it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Horrible.
It's fucking.
And I love the
horrific.
fact that they treat the like molten plastic, is the best way I could put it, as the one of the final things, and just like lava pouring down on fucking Chucky.
I can attest. That's what plastic does.
Yeah, but and you just know that's burning every fucking
Every second.
That's a horrific death.
And then like
Covered in
the scene of him like
melted
melted, and there's like something moving around, like it's just like this mess of a person, and you're like, oh, it's a doll, but you also know from earlier scene that like he's now that's all him. He's alive.
Because he tried it in the warehouse and didn't work. He's like, damn, I'm trapped in this body. You know what you did? That's why he's so pissed, because he's stuck in the body. Like he can't transfer soul anymore.
Now he just wants to fucking kill
Now he just
everybody.
wants, yeah, exactly. So that's why it hurt so bad. Is like that was like a human being engulfed in liquid fucking plastic.
Goddamn.
No.
One of the most hilarious other deaths is how they fucking take Chucky out, like fucking hose to the fucking mouth. Yeah, he turned into a Cabbage Patch Kid and then death. Like,
Like I said, 3. There's not much to really talk about that's good in this movie because the character that got introduced in that film didn't make it to any of the sequels, so Tyler doesn't really matter. He really doesn't.
he's just a stupid
And
kid.
then there's a death by a fucking heart attack. Who came up with this shit?
Because even Chucky said, "You gotta be fucking kidding me."
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
And I feel like that's what I was saying. I feel like there had to be some budget stuff where they had something much more elaborate, but they're like, he's gonna have a heart attack. Like they probably were like, all right, his head's gonna chopped off, it's gonna hit a fan blade, all this shit's gonna happen. They're like, just give him a heart attack, move on, whatever. But you do have for the first time, I'm pretty sure, where he does say, "Don't fuck."
With the Chuck.
That
was
is
the
in part
beginning.
3. Yeah.
And that's awesome. He says it twice.
Yeah, but that's I think the first time is in 3.
And I love that shit. Because the owner of the company, it's late at night, and he has a couple. Is like, hey, I'm Tommy, want to play? Hey, I'm Joey, want to play? And then he looks at him like, what fucks him off? And then Chucky comes around the back, golf club to the dome, beats the shit out of him. He's like, don't fuck with the Chuck. I'm like, yes.
There is a part though where the movie with the being in military school turns into like a Full Metal Jacket, like Full Metal Good Guy.
Oh yeah.
Where literally there's this is my weapon, this is my gun,
this is for shooting.
And I'm like,
this is fun.
Are they trying to just steal from like?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just like,
I'm fine with it though.
Scenes when we don't have Chucky in there, let's make it kind of Full Metal Jacket. All right.
I was cool with it. It was fine.
Kind of cool. I like the chick that kind of fucked this shit.
Sheldon,
Sheldon.
Yeah. He's kind of an obnoxious character and everything.
But he jumped on a grenade though.
Yeah, he did.
That was the nerd.
That was the nerd, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh no,
Sheldon's the one that actually found out that's a real bullet. Yeah,
because he was like, what the fuck? Thunk, 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 thunk.
Doesn't Chucky literally like flick him off right before it happens? Dude? Can you imagine your last moments of your life is seeing this doll be like, yeah, fuck you, dude, death.
And then it goes into and like I said, that whole it did get drawn out because they were in like a haunted house ride and
You mean okay? So they go to
Chucky
the
on
random.
a fucking pterodactyl, like a demonic pterodactyl with his legs kicking. Why is every time he's suspended his legs have to be kicking?
Yeah, that's
Like
so they,
every time
very
he's
fair.
suspended.
But
You know what? I'm not wrong.
I know what you're talking
But
Yeah.
okay, so random carnival's one thing, but you know what? I have never been to that sort of haunted ride at a carnival. Like we're talking about, it's supposed to be one of those like 2-day build-up carnivals. That is the most elaborate fucking carnival
Giant
ride.
fucking fans.
Huge
and-
fans, like a lot of like. I was like, God damn, they take this carnival shit
That
seriously.
volcano was bigger than the one at Kingston Minion.
Yeah, that's
It
what I'm
was
saying.
fucking
Like,
huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't
Shit's
make a lot of
giant.
sense, but you know,
What the
whatever.
fuck was it even made out of, you think?
Probably plastic.
Yeah, like
It's
you were
probably
saying, it does
plastic.
probably have the best of Chucky's deaths, where like
Not before the actual death, but like he does have his face chopped off, and then he's coming at him with like the Terminator.
Yeah,
he
the
looks like
Terminator.
the Terminator Chucky.
But I'm saying, if you want to make sure, all right, we're taking him out, giant fan chopping
Yeah.
to bits, that's gonna do
Yeah,
it.
and you notice you know what they didn't show, or what they did show in that death scene, as he hit it didn't slow down at all.
Yep,
It just kept
Yeah.
chopping him up.
It's just like keep going.
The thing about really strong motors and blades, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going. It'll just keep cutting you until you're bopped out of it.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
I never checked on the box office, but I'm guessing part
It
3
did not do well.
Did not do well.
It didn't do well.
because we had years go by, and then it wasn't until I think 98.
It's 98 or 99?
98.
98.
That a la, and honestly,
Man.
you got to put this where I don't know if this would have gotten made, except for in 96, Scream came out and put this huge resurgence of not just horror movies, but kind of tongue in cheek, like we know.
Which Chucky was trying to be.
Yeah.
At the time when
But
it was the first 3 movies.
And
came
that's where
out.
in 98 we got Bride of Chucky, which they don't
Was it
even
98?
hold back. Yep.
Was it? Fuck, man.
It's 97 or 98. I know that. So,
Damn, that was the year before I went to high school. Wow.
but yeah, that
No, right, because fucking Rob Zombie's solo album came out that like spring,
and you have Living Dead Girl
and Living Dead Girl in
Yeah.
fucking, oh my god. Hey guys, we're showing our age. Parker, you're really young. We're showing our
It was
age.
so cool. I started recently getting into Rob Zombie, and I heard that song for the first time. I was like, "That's the song from."
Which is funny because I remember going, "Oh, they put the song in,"
yeah.
and for him,
He
he's
was
like,
like,
"Oh,
"Oh,
that's the song that I heard in that movie I saw years ago."
I'm pretty sure I texted you that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, no, Hunter and I were just like, oh yeah, this song's been on the radio, whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's fine.
But you could tell,
Popular music.
literally in that first 2 minutes of Bride Chucky, the kind of tone they're going with, because you have the officer walking through, and of course there's Jason's mask, there's Freddy's glove, and like hitting you over the head with, yeah, we're gonna acknowledge we're gonna take this kind of approach to
Yeah.
it. So right there, okay, we're going into something different than the kind of serious tones we had with the first 3 movies.
Yep.
So from there, I mean, obviously we get introduced to Tiffany. Yep. Who, I guess, again, I get a little bit of retconning where, you find out that,
She's his
Charles
girl.
Ray had a girl. He had a female that, while everything was going on, and she has been obsessed with him through all the years of him killing fucking people at military schools and foster care. She just keeps the newspaper clippings, and finally she has her chance to put him back together. So
Now I gotta say, I don't think he would have been in as little amount of pieces as he was. I feel like he would have been a lot
more
chopped up.
yeah,
That's what I was
They
thinking.
kind of
But-
showed him disintegrate
but they do
into mist.
He
they
looked
do
like
give
he
him pretty.
flattened.
Where the other 2 sequels, they said, okay, complete overhaul, and you get your body back. This one, at least they say, okay, you got pretty fucked up. You're gonna get a lot of stitches. So there's at least chunks of hair missing, stitches around the eye, like everywhere.
Chunks of hair missing with giant like industrial staples.
Yeah, that's
on
what I'm
the
saying.
side of his
So
head.
at least with this one, they acknowledge they're not like the toy company is going, let's make another model out of him.
and we get John Ritter.
Yes.
We get John Ritter in this one.
And early Katherine Heigl.
early
Yeah,
Katherine
like
Heigl.
I think this might be her first role.
Yeah.
This is pre.
We were watching it, and Rachel was like, "Is that like yeah? This is like her first movie."
But yeah, so you get Tiffany, and obviously she brings, as Parker referenced
Can
earlier.
we get a side note? How hot she was!
Oh yeah.
Like
It's just that
good
voice.
Lord.
That's that voice that it's.
I don't know, man. It was that TNA for me.
But that's what I'm saying.
She's thick.
Well, that's what I'm saying is when
Sorry,
she was
Parker.
in her human form,
juicy.
I could deal with the voice. When she's a doll form, yeah.
kinda-
She's
It's a
also
little
a
harder.
doll. I'm talking about when she's a human form, like the voice, but like
The
she
voice
was
didn't bother me for
tiny
some reason.
waist, thick TNA.
Yeah, just say the boobies. Yeah.
I mean, she had big old ass too
Oh yeah.
for a white girl.
She had everything.
And I'm like, yeah, Parker's like, yeah, you right, bro.
I like how
you
Colin,
right.
I like how Colin Parker's like, yes, she had everything. I will acknowledge
Yes,
the
I will
booty.
acknowledge
I will acknowledge
the
the booty.
The booty was fat.
But like, God, because I'm just saying, and I don't mean any slight. I really don't against the actress, but that compared to Colt,
Well, we're talking about good like 15, 20 years.
I've
man.
seen women go for
I
10
know,
years and not,
I know.
and they look
But-
just fine. So
yeah.
it's all about what you want to
but
look like.
in Seed of Chucky, they did reveal she has a chocolate addiction, so that might have been what happened.
Shit!
Oh god,
Oh damn! He's talking shit.
It's in the movie though.
It is in the movie.
I mean, I'm just coming off what happened.
Now I do want to throw out,
Talking shit.
you know, she tries to resurrect Chucky, reading the Voodoo for Dummies. Feels like it doesn't go through, and you get a cameo that randomly enough I didn't realize at the time until I had rewatched it a couple years later. But Alexis, God damn it, I'm drawing a blank his name. But the goth guy that shows up with all the piercings, he was in Pulp Fiction, the guy that runs in with the guns that tries to shoot John Travolta and Samuel Jackson, and they fucking shoot him.
He was in some other stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's related to Arquette. Yeah, Alexis Arquette. He's related to a la Scream,
Whatever.
Dewey, and all those
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
he's. Man.
But it's just kind of random that he shows up in this, and for a quick second, and then he's the first victim.
He's like, I killed somebody. He's so fucking obnoxious.
That's
annoying.
what is
So
supposed to be the
fucking
point
obnoxious.
of that.
I know, but oh god, it was terrible.
Just for easy first victim.
Yeah.
That was literally the only reason he was in that.
And Chucky does the head spin and then funk. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Rips out
I
his
do
fucking
think it's
piercing.
funny though, that literally he puts a pillow on his face and then he's just sitting on the face and he's just talking to Tiffany and
Yeah.
just like, I missed you, doll.
He's like,
and like
yeah.
having this whole conversation while this dude's suffocating to death. So
And like Tiffany's over there dripping. Like you're like, oh,
mm-hmm.
sorry.
Yeah. And she thought this was all because of a ring he left.
Oh,
Before he died.
yeah.
which is
Before
painful.
she finds
So-
out the truth.
Where she's
and
like, I did all this stuff for you because I knew you were gonna marry me. And
I
he's
was like, I robbed it all of a sudden. It's worth a fuck. It's worth a fat blah 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 blah. And it was back in the '80s. He was like, it's worth a shit ton. Which, by the way, how old was she in the '80s? Was he banging like a fucking 14-year-old?
Oh shit, you're right.
there's that possibility. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I'm being real though, because like this was 2008, 20 years later potentially from the movie, and she looked like she was maybe 30, 32.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good call. So.
Mm.
She was probably in her late teens. So, but it's still a little weird because he's definitely in his 40s when he dies in the first one. All right.
He's like, oh, dude. Oh, buddy.
But I mean,
can't get that out of my head now.
again, if you're a serial killer, is it like something like age difference really going to be that's the final like you're already
No.
murdering motherfuckers.
I just
all
didn't
right?
catch it when my original initial watching of Bride of Chucky. Like, I just never caught that, and I hadn't watched the movie in years. So when I watched it, I'm like, wait a minute, how old was? Ew.
But pretty much, he fucking kills her, or she gets him a doll because she's so insulted. She buys a random like marry
She's
me.
not insulted, dude. She is pissed.
Yeah, but she throws-
creates a fucking prison
Crib.
for him out of a crib.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not insulted.
And can I mention her death is one of my favorite scenes in the entire Chucky series because
yeah.
he tries to stab her, fails,
Yes.
electrocutes her, kills her, and he does the voodoo transfer. He's like, oh shit, it failed.
And she pops up.
And it scares the shit out of Chucky. It's easily my favorite fucking scene because Chuck's like, oh shit.
Yeah. And you
'cause
never really see Chucky get scared, but you're right.
Yeah.
Like he's like, damn it. Yeah.
Well, and plus,
Fuck.
you got to think that we saw him in the first one where, he was doing the voodoo. But, like, imagine thinking you're dead, but then waking up and looking at your hands, and they're fucking doll hands. And that's, like, you're waking up in a doll's body.
Didn't she say like son of a bitch or something like that?
Yeah.
Or didn't she have like some negative connotations like, damn it, or something? I feel like she said something like that when she woke up.
But just imagine waking up and you're looking at your hands and they're fucking plastic.
Then she goes through her overhaul. That's what it was.
Oh yeah,
she goes through her overhaul.
Where they play Blondie, right?
Yes, they play Blondie, and she's like does the haircut and does the makeup and all that. Puts on the fishnets. You're like, okay.
But throughout the movie, it's just a lot of tongue-in-cheek like jokes.
Just one thing. Did she dye her hair, or did she completely remove her hair and put new hair in there?
Oh, I think she dyed it.
I don't think doll hair would dye.
I don't think... he's got a good spot. That's...
Yeah. I know. It's weird in this movie
that's
about,
a good point, though. I don't think doll hair would dye either.
No.
It's weird in this movie about dolls
and if it did, if you bleached doll hair, it would probably look like straw.
It would probably fall out.
But we're dissecting a movie about dolls.
Whatever, dude. That's what this is about.
Like,
that's what this is about.
You know the part that's bullshit about the Chucky movies is that fucking hair dye would not go in doll hair, right?
Yeah.
That's where I put down my foot. That's bullshit.
Bride of Chucky really brought it back to an enjoyment level that I had probably surpassed 2, but not as much as 1 for me. And that's a lot to do with the deaths. Really has to do with the deaths. Deaths are fun.
Yeah,
the nail gun to the face.
John Ritter.
His death was...
where they take they make the airbag go and then nails fucking fly
out. Yeah. But that was all Tiff too. Tiff apparently is what revamped the franchise and all that. Was she had the creative deaths because he was going to stab him. She's like, boring.
She's like, that's so 80s.
Yeah, that's so 80s. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
And the kills were all good until we got to the trailer and you just found the dead people just stabbed in the closet.
Yeah, that was kind of like, we need an RV, so fuck these old people.
Yeah,
they really just say, these old people don't matter at all. They didn't have any family, no reason even to go into detail. They were just like 2 dead motherfuckers. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
I like how of course it turns into a road trip movie where they now have to go find his body because they're again retcon the amulet that we never heard about before that they need in order for them.
What are they showing a picture that apparently just happened?
It
just happened. There was in a picture and there was an amulet.
That's not in the first movie at all. Yeah. But they're like, it's buried with me. So
they show that picture when she's going through the all her clippings,
the newspaper,
where he's wearing an amulet. I'm like, wait a minute, no. And if you really pause it and look at
Child's Play 1,
Burf,
Yeah,
he's old. Yeah. He's old in that picture. It is not the same.
Oh, we'll get into that some of the other movies about. You can't get away with making Brad Dourif look young in flashback scenes.
No.
But
because you're talking about
we'll get to that. We'll get to
talking
that.
about Curse. Curse, they have a lot of flashback scenes.
Yeah,
they try to make him look young and Colt.
No, Curse.
But we'll get into that when we get to it.
First, we got.
But let's get into pretty much
the end of Bride.
Yeah, road trip movie. They make it there, but of course there's a detective that picks up on like that, and so they get taken out. And maybe it should have ended before 2 minutes prior because
but it didn't.
You get introduced to right before it ends a little baby coming out of Tiffany, and then it ends.
So they planned on this.
Yeah.
They planned that shit show that is Seed of Chucky.
But see. Everybody I know really enjoyed Bride of Chucky because it caught everybody off guard. They were expecting kind of the...
It's the Evil Dead 2 of the Chucky world.
Yeah.
It really is.
And the problem is then you get a sequel, Seed of Chucky, where...
And it is no Army of Darkness, folks.
Yeah. Where everything that was fun... Again, we compare it to how the first Scream caught everybody off guard and then went, oh, wow, this is a new style. Bride of Chucky took the same thing. Seed of Chucky is the I Know What You Did Last Summer, Valentine's... All those shitty fucking copycats of Scream movies, that's what Seed of Chucky is, where it's lazy. It doesn't know what it wants to be. You got some cameos that honestly I wish they weren't in those movies like John Waters because it's just honestly, it's not good.
This movie is so trashy and bad that it makes sense John Waters would be a cameo.
I guess, but it just hurts me that he's in it because it's like John Waters, I want to watch this scene. But I don't want to fucking watch this movie.
No, his stuff would be good trash.
Yeah.
This is just bad trash.
Yeah, there's nothing good about this movie. The kills are bad. The acting is bad. The jokes are bad. The plot is bad. Nothing in this movie makes any sense. The new character, the son, Glenda, whatever the fuck, he fucking sucks. He's not funny. He's stupid. He's annoying.
He pees. It's
not
one of those things where look, he pees on himself before he murders people. And you're like, I don't care. You really don't. Everything they built up with Bride of Chucky, they lose in Seed of Chucky. Everything you're just like, I don't care.
And like that,
they think it's it's Jennifer Tilly, the actual actress, and they're going to kill her, and it'll be funny. And you're like, no. And none of it works.
Well, and then we get an awkward doll sex scene that we just didn't need.
Well, we got that in Bride of Chucky. I mean, too, but
and then Chucky masturbated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Oh.
let's just say, as much as
that
Bride
one-
of Chucky helped rejuvenate the series,
Seed of Chucky
Seed
killed
of
it.
Chucky took all that and fucking flushed it down the fucking toilet.
Like, all right, like, so I think I'll wait till the end. Never mind. So there's really not much more to say about Seed. There really isn't. Seed is
It's a
fucking
waste.
trash can.
It's a waste of time.
And there was a long gap. We're talking what, like
2013.
Hold on. Yeah, so that's hold on.
About 9 years.
9, 7. No,
I believe 2004 is when Seed of Chucky came out.
was it 2004?
Yeah,
8
2003.
years.
But it took a while, and when we got our next Chucky movie, it wasn't released in theaters.
It was straight to digital.
Because
DVD.
again, the bad taste of Seed of Chucky. Nobody was
man,
like, nobody would touch it.
See, for me, when I saw the image of Curse of Chucky, like when I saw like the still saying that it was coming out, I was like, oh. And I kept up with reading it on like Bloody Disgusting and Dread Central, and I'm reading about it, I'm like, okay, and the trailer came out, I'm like, holy fuck. Dude, I gotta say, the Curse of Chucky brought Chucky back to a true to form state.
Yeah.
Like, and not only that, but then you're introducing the voice actor of Chucky's daughter,
Yeah.
F.U.Hunter to the frame. Like, that just adds a whole other element. Like, if you're a hardcore nerd, you know Brad Dourif voices Chucky and has never stopped. He even dealt with the shit movies. Then his daughter, F.U.Hunter Dourif, comes in on Curse of Chucky. And that just
this
changes
is
the
where I
whole
think the
thing.
series could have gone down the path of Leprechaun. And honestly, it took me a while to watch both Curse and Cult because with them just going direct to streaming, direct to video, I just
Cult
assumed
didn't go direct to streaming. It did have a small release.
a small release.
Because of Curse. But Curse had like pretty much a
But
straight.
the main thing is that it could have gone down the path of Leprechaun, where where it's just like, you know what,
Back to the hood.
Seed of Chucky sucked ass. We run out of ideas. Let's just make some more silly Chucky in the fucking hood. However, whatever you want to do. But they actually took it seriously. They took their time, and some of it's a little goofy with the retconning with the relationship of one of the characters in Curse.
And the retcon shots of old Brad Dourif.
You mean where he looks like Tommy Wiseau? That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like old Brad Dourif, but he's got the long black hair. And I was just like, is this the fucking room? What's going on here? Like, those flashbacks are rough, dude. Because they have him like at the fucking, like he's hanging, like he's at was it like a picnic or something like that? And he shows up just randomly. And
Dude, can that be a shirt? Can we get Tommy Wiseau saying with one of those the voice clouds like from a comic strip saying "Abede Dewey Adembala"?
yes.
Like, give me the power, I beg of you.
But that's the best way I compare it. Is that those flashbacks are rough.
Oh, they
But
are rough.
Come to find out that, I guess,
He's always been there.
yeah, Charles Ray, he got his fuck on before.
Charles Lee Ray.
He got his fuck on before. I guess he again went to the toy store to put himself in the body of
Just
Chucky and
spreading the seed. Now, the thing that I love the most about Curse is that, like I said, it brought it back true to form where you didn't. I mean, now you saw Chucky more than you did in the first two, but it was done in a very it was during a storm, so they ended up losing power. So it was done in a very suspenseful way. Like a majority of the kills were they all had build up.
Yeah.
Right. And then in the climax, there's this like only thing that this F.U.Hunter Dourif's character, the final girl, can get around up and down is through an elevator. So there's actually like two scenes revolving strictly around her trying to get away, but through the elevator.
I know.
And that's horrifying. Could you imagine putting yourself where all you have is a wheelchair and you have to rely on this elevator to get down a flight or roll down the steps so you don't die? Could you imagine adding a killer doll into that mix? Like, I feel like that is horrific.
It's not
what
fun to think about.
What is Chucky's connection in Curse of Chucky with the girl in the wheelchair and her mom is what I guess I'm trying to figure out here.
Okay, so basically, she is the child that her mom was pregnant with when he was torturing her, and that she is this daughter of her mother, the old lady in the beginning and her old husband, which I guess they never really discussed it.
Yeah,
but I think
he died randomly because there's a funeral where he Chucky is winking at the mom at a funeral, which is kind of in bad taste.
Fucking weird.
It's just Will Ferrell from Wedding Crashers or Funeral
true.
Crashers.
Yeah. But of course, was it something where he stabbed her and that's what caused her to be in the wheelchair, like in the room or whatever?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just making sure because, again, I just watched this recently for the first time and I was trying to follow that because, again, it's a lot of stuff that had never been mentioned
in
any of the other movies. So,
but they do a good job of. I feel like they do a solid job of throwing it in there because they're creating new stuff, but also filling it into time versus like a timeline. The timeline you already know is solid and concrete, and like, oh no, wait, but there's this. Like, no, fuck you, no. You can't do that.
Get that out of here.
Chucky's always been an open kind of timeline because all you know of Charles E. Ray is that he got shot.
Yeah.
He transferred his soul. He killed his buddy who ran out on him, and that's literally it. That's all you know.
Which is one of the other things that I have an issue with is they go with the first cosplay. There's a getaway driver. You assume there's a crime happening. And when you flash back and curse, he's got the woman tied up and torturing her, and then literally runs out of there because she called the cops on him somehow. I don't know how, before cell phones or whatever, but he runs out and ends up at the fucking toy store, and you're like, well, did you have like a getaway driver for the kidnapping, or why was your dude there? It doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Was that Colt?
No, that was Curse.
It was Curse?
Yeah, literally Curse has him like right after that. It blends right into, I believe, into him being chased by the officer, the detective, into the toy store. So, am I not right with that?
No, I think you are.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't need a getaway driver for that. Or you do. I mean, like, where you just be like, all right, stay outside. I'm going to torture this chick for like a few hours, and then I'm going to come out. We drive away. And that guy really failed his job. He's like, I thought I saw a cop. I'm driving away. Bye. Fuck you. But I had to say the one thing that really impressed me is there are some fucking great kills in goddamn
and they're
Curse.
all back to back to back.
Yeah, Curse had when it let loose, it really let loose.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of what when you have to like struggle to think what is the best kill, that means good job,
a lot of
guys.
good ones.
Yeah, you did a lot of good ones. Because there's the jaw one, there's the fucking eyeball one. Like there's a lot of really good. I even and it's funny because usually I get pissed off when they do a throwaway kill. We just talked about Bride of Chucky, the old couple that you just see him dead.
Yeah.
So you have that scene with the rat poison and the spaghetti, which was a lot of fun because literally you see it and then you have no fucking clue of who's eat the rat poison. And of course, you have, the dad go, oh, this is so good, and you have the people reacting. As an audience, you're guessing, trying to all right, who the fuck is getting poisoned? Then come to find out the priest is like, I'm not feeling well, goes away. Next time you see him, it's a car accident. Oh, he died. So you don't see it, but then just in case you missed it, the police try to help him out and cause more of a mess by removing part of the car, having his head go back, and then his head roll off. So,
yeah, no, that was a
fun kill.
That was a fun kill. And what? No, because it was elaborate. It built on everything.
It's mainly off camera. You don't see the accident. You just see the aftermath, which probably motherfucker was dying right before he crashed.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the final climax scene between F.U.Hunter, her character, and Chucky was just the power was out. It was just so. It was really almost like an ode. It was an ode to OG horror where at that point there wasn't gore. It was just suspense. It was just that. Oh,
there's a badass moment though when he takes the axe and stabs her in the leg.
Of course.
And she grabs that fucking axe out of her leg because, again, for her, it's just,
okay,
there's an
cool.
axe down. You lift an axe here. I mean, it's in my leg, but I can't feel that shit.
Yeah.
So that's fucking badass,
Yeah, no, that's when it was the final battle. The final battle was awesome between those two. Yeah, lightning crashing and all. It was just fucking awesome.
You know what I just realized? I'm almost sure. I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think that axe scar was still there in Cult of Chucky. I think her legs looked completely healed.
Did they?
Yeah.
She was under the blankets for a while.
I mean, her legs do a lot better at the end of it, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. All right, let's leave right into cult then, because, oh, boy.
Well, let's just... that's the other thing is that they really thought every step on here because with the end of Curse, she gets blamed for all those fucking murders. And then just the icing on there,
Jennifer Tilly shows up. And...
but they bring the Chucky doll into the courtroom, and they find her guilty. And as she's rolling off, she's like, "You didn't get me," and she's talking to the doll just to remind people. If they were crazy. Maybe something happened. She's not crazy. Oh, wait, no, she's talking to the doll as a role. Okay, she's crazy. Okay, fine. So she helps legitimize the sentencing by literally talking shit to the doll as they're rolling her out of the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they did that.
Well, because think about it, like, I feel like that would happen anyway. Like, if you were actually tormented by a doll and then you saw that doll in the courtroom, you would, like, lose your shit.
Yeah. The prosecutor doing a good idea of, like, just put it here. Let's see if she's still crazy or not, And then we get, I guess, this after credits scene with
Jennifer Tilly and
Jennifer
he's
Tilly
sitting there on the table. Yeah.
Okay, so after the court scene, they show her, her, what was it? The girl? I don't remember relations to her.
Oh, the little girl that survived, the only person that survived.
Her niece. Yeah, I think it was her niece. And they show her with her grandma, and she's coming home.
Yep.
That was pretty cool because that grandma scene scared the shit out of me.
When the grandmother pops up at the end?
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, first credit scene or whatever?
No, that's not I don't think that's really a credit scene because it's right after.
Well, I'm saying her grandmother goes up, and then it goes to credits, right?
Yeah.
And then we get the second one, which this is what threw me off because I had no idea. Fucking Andy.
Yeah.
Adult Andy.
Fucking Andy.
Yeah. Which I thought was pretty badass.
Well, they brought him back in. They brought him back into the horror con circuit too.
Yeah.
That's why you started seeing him more in the horror cons, is because
I know we ran into him when he was telling us about Cult. Well, he was there to promote Cult right before it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The actor that played Andy, he actually offered his weed vape.
Yeah, he had a weed vape. We were outside smoking, and he's like, I was like, cool, let's get high with Andy from Child's Play.
We won't mention what con that was.
Yeah,
or
it was so long ago that we can't get in trouble anymore.
Can't get in trouble anymore. Yeah.
That's
but
how
anyway,
the rules work, right?
No, he was really cool. We were just like, hey man, what's going on? How's the con going? He was like, cool man. I'm like, what are you vaping? I'm like, just blah blah blah. And he's like, oh cool, we want some blah blah. I'm like, I can't. And I was like, fuck.
But he was there to promote, and he was talking about, he's like, I'm hoping, Curse of Chucky did fairly well. I had a cameo in it, and he's like, I'm in more of Call to Chucky, and that's supposed to come out. I remember, he was talking about how, that's right, it was going to release 1 week, and then it was going to go to Netflix. So he was hoping that first week that they had a big push of VOD sales and stuff like that. But yeah, we hung out with him for a little while, one of the cons, a long time ago, so.
Really cool dude.
Yeah.
But
But it sets it up,
Now that's why he's big on the con circuit.
Yeah.
It's because of Cult.
Yeah.
Oh, cultism.
So let's break down. All right, so we get to Cult and our favorite I don't know. How does Cult start again? I guess she's in the psych ward,
in the psych ward.
But she's been on good behavior, so they put her in a easier going
ward.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime you have side shots of Andy arguing with a bodiless Chucky,
which is awesome, man, because it is straight up like a Saw movie. He's just talking to him, and he I think he actually offers him, ironically enough, a joint or something like that. He's smoking, he's like, you want some of this, and offers Chucky. Am I right on that?
I feel like you're right on that.
Chucky smokes some weed,
and then right after that he burns the fuck out of him with a torch. So he's just torturing the shit out of Chucky. He's getting a lot of that repression from his childhood out on that fucking
dealing
head.
with it for a while.
I know. Which is awesome.
But how does the spirit of Chucky make it into the psych ward? That I don't remember.
Okay.
I honestly didn't get a chance to rewatch.
This is where, Parker, you are now the Chucky expert, because I've only seen it once. I've
seen it once, but I didn't have a chance to watch it.
I feel like you might be able to help walk us through this part now. How did Chucky end up in the ward?
Basically, he successfully transferred his soul into the girl. And after doing that, I guess the girl died, and he realized he could transfer his soul into multiple bodies. And so he sent one of those extra bodies to Andy, and I guess he had another extra body that he later sent to the asylum with Jennifer Tilly, because there was a doll that got sent there from someone else. I don't think they really ever told you who. And then you find out later on that he can summon other bodies, because you find out both those Chuckies are alive, and then Andy sends a third Chucky. And that's when they finally reveal that he can just duplicate his soul.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, you know what's crazy about that? That's how part 3 was supposed to go. The writer had said, when you see his blood falling into the
it's supposed
plastic,
to go across multiple Chuckies.
It was supposed to be multiple Chuckies, but that's where the budget came in. So I'm glad they are actually able to make that, because again, we're so expecting there's that Chucky, And this one you get multiple ones, some with bad haircuts.
That even makes the intro more have more sense for 3 because
yeah,
I literally thought about that rewatching it for the I don't know how many time recently. I was like, that's a giant vat. How did that go into one Chucky?
exactly.
And
Yeah, it
it's
was
like-
supposed to be multiple Chuckies.
It's like no, hold on a second. But they just didn't have the budget to show Chucky going off on different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't know.
No
but
The fuck.
Where the
Call to
fuck did he get
Chucky-
his clothes?
what's that?
Where the fuck did he get his clothes for that?
Who
Who knows?
I don't know.
Or his eyes, or like most of his body, his hair.
I don't know. You're overthinking it.
Yeah, can't really think about.
But I will say this: both Curse and Cult kills are
Solid.
great. Kills are
awesome.
Kills are
Yeah.
so, and literally they duplicate one, but they make it better because they take him taking, was it like an oxygen tank or something, and hitting the fucking glass. And this girl's on the table, so you have glass shards coming down. Well, we had that sort of in Bride of Chucky with the mirror with the champagne bottle, but this one a lot more hardcore in my opinion.
I don't know if y'all would agree on this, but I feel like Cult of Chucky is kind of the Bride of Chucky of the new Chucky movies, Curse and Cult, because it just kind of had that feel to it. It felt a lot more goofier. Because
did.
Curse felt like they were trying to bring back. Oh yeah, we're taking this serious.
Curse reminded me of the OG with how serious like I said, the level of suspense, the level of like hardcore some of those kills were.
It's a slash. Yeah,
It's more of a slasher.
Curse is definitely a
and the
slasher.
first Child's Play was like a slasher film or
Yeah.
slasher-esque.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Like I do think that Cult was more of the Bride of Chucky. Like we're gonna do the goofy Evil Dead 2 slasher style stuff. You know.
Well, plus you have just random stuff like the psychiatrist is supposed to be helping out, gets all fucking gross
Pervy
and
and-
pervy and shit, and you're just like, and it's almost like that where you're like, okay, I can't wait to see that motherfucker die.
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's so awesome.
and the way he dies, it was very satisfying because again, they make him so much of a fucking creep that when now he's in her body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
stands up, she curb stomps the fuck out of that trink, man.
It also has to do with like Fiona Durf's face after that. She like had this satisfaction of
But
like,
God,
just,
man,
like,
it wasn't
She had
just-
this satisfaction of like I just destroyed your skull.
it wasn't just once or twice. Like
No,
it's all
yeah.
it just
Over
gets
and
hardcore, man. Like she is like just like there's nothing left of his face when she's done.
Man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was
You know
so
what
good.
else is pretty awesome? You know Miguel, the guy that's helping them with everything. He's the kind of doctor, the security guard.
Yeah.
His fucking kill when all the Chuckies are just going ham on him, like stabbing him.
Oh God, they're
drilling
opening him up and shit.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that's
How many Chuckies there end up being? 6? 5?
3.
I don't remember 3, but
Was there only 3?
Yes.
there's only 3 dolls, but he possesses obviously, her and
technically.
4
Yeah,
because of the head.
4 because
yeah,
of the
Andy,
head.
Yeah.
And then her. That's what everything was
Yeah.
like 5. Yeah.
But of course, yeah, Andy makes it into the fucking psych ward. Gotta feel. It's like
Punching a fucking cop.
I know, but I'm just saying, like he gets there and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna end this," and it's like, "No, dude, it's not just one, man.
yeah.
You're thinking too
So
simple."
Where are they going to go after this?
They got to do another one. I mean,
Oh well, no
God,
shit. But
yeah.
where? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go?
who knows?
You got Chucky in Fiona Durf's body now up and walking about with Jennifer Tilly with the doll in the back.
yeah.
Where the fuck are they going to go? Like, are we going to see the Chucky doll again? Because does he need a doll? He's in a body now. He transferred himself to
I
a
think
body.
with the franchise. You have to have the doll.
But how do you put him back in the body? What fucked up etude happened that he needs to go back in the body? Because he finally had his thing. He's out of the body now.
Yeah,
Where do you go from there?
I don't know.
He's been trying for that the entire time.
Andy's gonna be hunting him down. I think he's gonna kill his body and he's gonna have to go back into a doll.
And Andy's going to be the reason.
Yeah.
Andy's
Yeah.
going to be the Chris Sarandon of the next
Yep.
movie.
Yep.
He's gonna keep fucking him over
Yeah.
and over and again.
And,
And,
and you're
again.
just gonna keep hearing Chucky like, damn, I want to kill that fucking kid.
I'll
like
I'll
over
say-
and over.
I'll say
again.
this. Obviously, we shit on Cito Chucky. It's
it's
dog
it's
shit.
fucking terrible.
It's terrible. And we have issues with some of the other ones. But man, when you think about some of the other franchises and when we get into it, there's some of my franchises that I love. There's a few more bumps in the road than just one Cito Chucky. I'll say that. So for having, was it 8 movies? Yeah, like
Well, 7.
7, and then there's the remake.
Yeah, 7 in the franchise. That's not part of the franchise.
That is
It
true.
is.
It's a remake. No, remakes aren't part of a franchise. Franchises are a continuation.
You know what? I will actually have to stand with this because I always refer to the Evil Dead trilogy because it's Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. I love the Evil Dead remake, but I wouldn't shoehorn it in there. So I would say, yeah, I would put Child's Play, the remake, in a different category.
That's like saying there's, and it's also like saying there's 8 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. There was 6, then there was Wes Craven's Nightmare, then there was a remake.
No, yeah, we definitely
Does that count?
We don't want to count.
No, wait, does that count?
Oh man,
No, there's 11 Jason movies.
I know
There's
what you're
11
doing here.
Jason movies. Hold on. There's 11 Jason movies. We got Jason X, and then we've got the remake.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at least with 2019, it's a good movie that was really well thought out.
No.
Anyway, it was a great.
No, it was
I
not.
will say this. All right. Yes, the remake is not connected with the franchise, and in a way, it shouldn't be because the franchise has stayed with a main character with Chucky.
Yeah. See, the franchise came out during the remake, where
well,
most places they don't have anything.
Where the remake doesn't have anything to involve voodoo or anything like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, in a way, you can't include Child's Play's remake with it because it doesn't have that centralized character.
And
it doesn't
also
have Chucky. It has a different type of doll, but it looks like Chucky and follows some of the same beats, but not that same character.
And also, I will say that every other franchise that has had a remake, it's always been during a lull, and they're actually trying to bring it back. They're actually trying to bring life back to it. Chucky was consistently putting like that. The remake came out between Cult and Curse. I mean, Curse and Cult.
Thought so.
Yeah, it is kind of weird to have that happen that way.
Yeah, like I was like, Curse just came out. Why are we getting a fucking remake? And there's another one I've already read on the way. So it was basically like Curse, remake, Cult. There was no reason to put out the remake if it was supposed to be part of this thing.
That's not the first time that's happened.
No.
You remember The Exorcist, the beginning, and The Exorcist, whatever the other title was, they came out like a year apart of each other. They're both prequels, but somebody had some rights to some part, and somebody else had other rights to the other part.
Yeah, there was the beginning. That was like that was early 2000s. Oh,
right.
God.
But I'm just saying, there's literally 2 Exorcist prequels that are
That's really why I don't include it in the franchise, because the franchise was still creating new content while the remake came out, which immediately excludes it from the franchise.
But I would give it honorable mention. So.
Yeah, I just really enjoyed it.
That's fine.
I
think Parker's just trying to fuck with you.
No,
I mean, he's trying, but everyone's doing a bad opinion, and he's a young little punk, so it doesn't matter.
It's just the kills are fun.
The kills.
I really like.
I agreed.
Andy
I agreed. The kills were fun. I did.
But I would
Mark
put
Hamill.
I'd put the Child's Play remake, like I said, with like the Evil Dead remake. You ain't touching the Holy Trilogy with Evil Dead, but I will hype up the Evil Dead remake. I'll say that. I won't put Child's Play remake with this franchise, but I could put it as an added little extra, like, put on the series. You're done with the series, you want to watch something else, there you go. So
by the time you're done with the series of 7 movies, you can just rewatch it again. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it, man.
That's the series. That's the franchise.
All of them.
That's all of them. We ran through some Chucky, or Chucky ran through us. Ooh.
See, nobody can do his laugh right now because that would be a good insert his laugh moment.
Yeah, no. That's the other reason why the remake doesn't count, because it's the Buddy doll and he doesn't have the Chucky laugh. Thank you guys for listening to us talk about the fucking Child's Play franchise. It's been a blast, Parker. It's been a blast for the first episode on Mouths of Madness.
Thank you.
But we're not done. We still got a little segment left. Before we get to that, we got to talk about sponsors and shit and all that obligation stuff. We got to talk about GUIPodcast.com. Go there, go to our links tab, click on the first link, is Amazon.com, takes you to Amazon to shop like normal, but because you went through our link, we get a little kickback, and we appreciate that shit. And the link right next to the Amazon link is TeePublic, and that's where all our merch is.
Yep.
And we really don't, I don't think we really care what platform we see our merch being used in. It could be used in any way you want.
Yeah, I don't care.
We'll just leave it open.
We just like to see designs.
Yeah, there you go. And
just
also,
run us some coin. Run us some coin.
Just
That's
run
all.
us some coin.
Yeah.
Throw your podcast a coin.
That's
Throw a
right.
coin to your podcast. There you go.
Run us some coin.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't watch the show. I don't know how the phrase is supposed to go. I thought it was throw a coin to your Witcher.
Yeah, no, I stole it from somebody else. I heard them say run me some coin. So now it's run us some coin.
Run us some coin.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, while you're there, on GUIPodcast.com, check out all the other shows under the network. They all put in work. It's all good stuff. All good content. Definitely check all that out. And now that that's over with, it is time for
Stump the Host.
So, Stump the Host. If you don't know, I'm about to stop introing this shit like this, too, by the way. We're like almost 2 years in this motherfucker.
You're just like, we're going to ask some questions.
We're going to ask some fucking questions. Y'all motherfuckers need to know. If you're new, go back and listen to more episodes. I don't know what to tell you. So, Parker, who's going first?
Well, who's currently winning?
You're going to have to say it out loud. I'm sorry, the podcast listeners wouldn't hear your
Yeah,
figure.
they
So
don't
if you could
feel
just
the
say
point.
real quick.
Hold on.
This is where, by the way,
I-
I'm going to go on a losing streak after this.
If I can sound better and more clear than somebody with a giant set of balls in his mouth, as the man who just spoke, then Hunter...
What you're hearing, folks, is anger, which are sure to tell you who has the lead, by the way. So I believe it's, I'm up by 3, I believe.
No, F.U.Hunter's winning by 3. Yeah.
That's more than 2 balls.
More than 2 balls.
Yeah.
That's a total recall set of balls.
Yeah, that's
3
right.
balls. So, F.U.Hunter is in the lead. You rarely brag. That's weird.
Dude, I have not done it in like 5 episodes.
I know, it's been like longer than that.
It's just
dude.
because you pointed. I was like, come on, man. I need some more acknowledgement than the silent point. I want acknowledgement. Again, man, I can fuck this shit up going like a 5,
You should
5
be
episode
getting
lose
acknowledgement in your house. What are you not doing?
streak. All right. You ready for this?
Well, first question.
Who's going
Y'all-
first?
Steven.
All right.
So y'all kind of fucking spoiled it earlier, but
Yeah.
what is Charles Lee Ray's nickname in the killings before he became Chucky?
Lakeshore Strangler. Should we even count that? Should we just like erase
No,
that?
you counted. You know.
You sure?
Yeah, I want to help you out, man. So.
Oh, no, fuck that. No, cut that shit. No.
All right.
Ask me something else. Fuck him.
God damn it.
All right, Dad. So what
Wait,
year?
hold on.
No, you got to ask me.
He wants to erase it since he feels like it doesn't count. So
Yeah, because
you can ask him.
he like passive aggressively made it not count because he's a bitch. And
I said I would count it, but
No,
I didn't
no.
put another comment in there. So
Yeah,
go ahead and
there you
ask
go.
him now. Do a different number 1.
All right. Well then, Steven, what year was it when Charles Lee Ray transferred his soul into a good guy doll?
88.
All right. So 1 point to Steven.
That's right.
Dad.
Mm-hmm.
What is the final destination / state in Bride of Chucky?
God damn it! I'm
Your
just
favorite
gonna-
one.
What's that?
It's your favorite one, right?
Massachusetts.
It's New Jersey.
God damn it! Is it? I couldn't remember.
You should wait. You. All right. So you wait for the other person to see if they have.
Oh yeah.
They have
so
chance
he
to
said he had an
answer.
answer. So
I would have answered New Jersey.
yeah.
I'm
Would you
No,
have?
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
know. Anytime you can bring up New Jersey, Steven.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
I will. I'll get it. I'll get giddy. But it's fine.
All right.
It's fine. So back to me.
All right, Steven. In Child's Play 3, who does Shelton say he's going to give Chucky to in Child's Play 3? When he takes the doll from either, I think it was Andy or Tyler, he says he's going to give it to someone. Who was that?
Wait. Sheldon.
The
Sheldon
guy-
didn't take the doll.
Yeah, I did.
The nerd.
No, the guy that's in charge of everybody.
Oh. He's gonna give it to a Colonel. Whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Nope.
But he's holding it the night before.
Hold on. So this is where there'll be opportunity to steal, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
If
say.
you could just say the question again, so I can see if I can steal it.
Who does Sheldon say he's going to give Chucky to in Child's Play 3 after he takes it from Andy?
He's gonna give it to the garbage man, right?
Nope.
No,
Damn
that's,
it.
that's what the Colonel gives it to.
God damn it! All right.
You try to be cocky.
I
That's
know,
why
I know,
You need
I
to
know.
stop. You need to stop.
Well, I literally was trying to stall a little bit off.
Because we both got it wrong. So what's
Yeah.
the right answer?
It was his little sister.
Oh shit! He did say that because he was face to face like I'm gonna give it to my little sister for Christmas or some shit like that.
God damn it!
He's right. God damn it! Son of a bitch.
All right.
He stumped the host right
Yep.
there.
All right, I think it goes to me now because
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Right now
right,
you still got the lead.
Then who's the first to die in Cult of Chucky?
What's that?
Who's
Oh, fuck.
first to die in Cult of Chucky?
Ugh.
God damn it! I'm driving. I think it's the crazy lady, but I can't tell you her name. And
I don't remember.
What is her illness?
Oh, she believes that everything's imaginary, right? Like that nothing's real, something like that. God damn it!
I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
So it was the ghost lady.
Oh, the ghost
When
lady.
Chucky made it look
Yeah.
like he slit her wrist.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh shit. That's a good question.
I know.
Fuck.
I know.
All right, so we're still me in the lead, and this goes
Yeah.
to me.
All right, so Steven, what does Tiffany call Jesse in Bride of Chucky?
Tiffany called Jesse?
Old was he? The dude that takes them to New Jersey
Oh,
in the van.
fuck me.
I know. I know she has a nickname.
She has a nickname for him, man. These are good. Like, I don't remember that. There's just things like I feel like there's a lot of stuff I just like don't.
I'm gonna make a guess.
retain.
I'm gonna make a guess.
I don't know. It's quick fire. So
Romeo.
No.
No.
God damn it.
Sweet Face.
Sweet face. Oh,
shit,
because I remember there's a Romeo Juliet like context that they bring up, but
Parker's
God
a
damn
run
it.
for Murph, man. Like,
I know.
Seriously,
I
he's
know.
fucking
You're gonna
rough.
fucking win with one.
This is you. This is you. This is your.
This is it. This is my final stand.
No, wait, no.
I believe so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. If I don't get this, you win.
Oh fuck.
All
All
right.
right, Dad. Then,
All right, son.
No, stop. No.
Now that's our code. Yeah. Go ahead.
What is the name of the voodoo master that Chucky goes to? And
Fuck. Fuck me.
I will
Oh.
ask for a repeat of the question because I didn't hear it all the way because of Steven's reaction.
No, you didn't.
All right.
You
So
lying
in
bastard.
Child's Play 1,
Mhm.
what is the name of the voodoo master he goes to and breaks the limbs of?
That is Papa Doc. I'm gonna
No,
stall
it's
for.
not. It's not Papa Doc.
God damn it! All right,
I don't know
I
what
don't
it is,
know.
but it's not Papa Doc.
I know it's
No,
not.
it's,
I don't remember what it is.
so I had John down.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. I went off one. Did I went off one last time, or was it two?
I think it was 2.
So I won by one
Yeah. Yeah.
because you brought some
Man,
slang
Parker brought
fucking
it.
questions.
Yeah,
dude.
we brought it, man. We were
Like,
shit.
I feel bad though. I should have known at least the name of the voodoo dude that he went to in the first Child's Play.
Now, and in a way though, you technically got 2 because it's just we had answered that one earlier in the episode. So
Do y'all just want to
Technically,
try?
I do have two, but I just counted it as one.
yeah, yeah.
Do y'all just want to try and answer the quick one?
Sure, throw it
We
out
always
there.
do it for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Which team in Child's Play 3 fired the real bullets?
Red.
Red. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'll delay it on that one
Sorry.
anyway. So it was a tiebreaker. I
I
would
just
have been
remember
fucked.
because they show him put the rifles back, and it's the red tips every time he puts the rifles back, which was a cool scene because he's so short. He's just like,
Yep.
look up. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, now my lead is disintegrated before my eyes again.
You're up by 2
Guess
now.
what? I'm not talking more shit. God damn it. But thank you, Parker, for coming on here, helping us with your
Yeah, you
extensive
brought some serious
knowledge of
man. That was good
Child's Play,
stuff.
Chucky, all that, bringing some fucking good questions and stumped the
No,
shit
for
out of
real,
me.
though. Good
Yeah.
fucking questions. Like,
Yeah.
like as I was telling him, like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be episode specific, but like the ones he brought were like didn't seem heavy-handed episode specific. They were
Yep.
like really good questions. So that
I
was
could be
very
wrong,
well
but
done.
didn't you write most of those yourself? Like,
No, actually, I looked most of them up.
Oh.
I took about.
Stop.
yeah, you can cut this out.
Stop.
Actually, the first one that stumped y'all is the one I came up with.
Mm.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done, bro. How did you like being? How was it?
It was very fun, and I'm really happy that I stumped y'all. So.
He's like, it was fun.
did.
It was fun talking about like my favorites, franchise,
And then
but
I also
also,
made it like fucking
yeah,
dumbasses.
making you look stupid was.
We got another Murph over here, fucking
Exactly.
making us like fucking idiots. All right, folks. So that was it. Well, that's 2 in a row. Luckily, I won. I swear it's by just pure luck. Hunter is a trivia master, so that is a thing. I just feel
pull
grateful.
his dick out of your mouth.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah, that's it. He's related to me.
All right, everyone. So that's it for the episode. I got 1 up more. Hunter's only 2 up now.
That
That is it. So join us again for some more Mouths of Madness to see who finally takes over. And until then, stay safe.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
Hey guys,
Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.